Hello, Matthew. Good evening. Welcome. Oh God, my hair. What is going on with my hair? That's what I get for having just hopped out of a shower before starting the stream. Um, how are you? Welcome. Hi. I hope you're well. Happy Tuesday. How am I doing? How's it going? You ask. Um, well, I have a story for you. You remember way back in yesteryear. Actually, I should start back. The moral of this story is that I'm never allowed to spend money on anything for any reason. That's the TLDR and the hook. But you may remember way back in yesteryear, uh, when I pre-purchased a PlayStation 5 Pro. And around about the time the PS5 Pro shipped, my car broke down on the island at Desert Bus, and needed a four-figure dollar value worth of work. In the period in which I was tapped out from having had an expensive month and Christmas happening and my car breaking down and the PS5 Pro all in one month. And it was not a great time. It was very expensive. I recovered. Everything's fine. But it was a little sparse there in January, as I recovered from my folly. So flash forward to a couple of weeks ago, and you may recall, I purchased some network attached storage at not insignificant expense. It was a lot of money, but I had the money, and it felt like a nice project. And I got a Switch 2 on pre-order. It didn't even have anything to do with my tax refund, because my tax refund went straight into an investment account. It went straight into my RRSP so that I get to take advantage of the tax savings on next tax year. But anyhow, it is what it is, right? I have all this money laid out. Got the money. Everything's fine. So I took my car in to have the tires switched from its winter tires to its summer tires. Inexpensive work, $200 to get the tires switched over. No big deal. It happens once every 6 months. It's all good. Except the guy at Cal Tire calls me and he's like, "Hey, so we switched the tires over, and I can give the car back to you, but we don't recommend driving it." And why don't they recommend driving it? Well, the front tie rods are toast. And because the front tie rods are toast, they have extreme uneven wear on the front brakes. And also my rear shocks are leaking fluid and need replacement. So he's like, there's a bunch of free play in the front wheels. So like there's that's what's causing the brake wear to be uneven. So like you need to get it into the you need to have it repaired. We can do it for you if you want. If you want to just leave it with us, we'll fix it. And I what I said was no. I needed to get it into the dealership for service anyhow. So anyhow, my poor ancient rust bucket of a car. If anybody wants to show up near my house and hurl a Molotov cocktail at it, that won't help me very much. But it might make me feel better. Unfortunately, the car is worth so little that even if it got wrecked, I might get $3,000 out of it. So yeah. The long and the short of this story is please subscribe. And if you're already subscribing, please increase your subscription to tier 3. And if you're not subscribing or don't want to subscribe, remember I have a Ko-fi that you can subscribe to. Oh dear. My timing is very bad, I think, is really what this comes down to, is that my timing is not good. Blame the car. I too blame the car. I mean, it's what? It's 15 years old now. It's had the most galling thing about it. The most galling thing about it is that I barely drive this car. It is 15 years old and has 126,000 kilometers on the clock. For those of you using freedom units, 126,000 kilometers is 78,000 miles. Just a hair under 79,000 miles. This 15-year-old car has been driven like a grandma going to church on Sunday. The car might be like, no, it was fine for the first 10 years. The car needed no work for like its first 10 years. And now I have put almost as much into the car in work since its 10th year, as the car cost brand new. So anyhow, yeah, I think the car is just cursed. I think that's more accurate. And I want it known that I took it in for like its regularly scheduled service, like clockwork, over the course of its life. Like it has had regular maintenance like every 5,000 kilometers for its entire life. And the thing is still falling apart. Jib Cat says, but it's parked. Yes, which is why I said I take it in not every 6 months, but every 5,000 kilometers. So, okay, so it should be noted that in November, was it November? It would have been November. They told me when they fixed the rest of the car, they said that the front right tie rod needed some work. That was what they said, that the front right tie rod would need replacing. But they didn't indicate that it was urgent. They just said it's a thing. Front right tie rod is going to need replacing. So they did tell me when I had the clutch redone. But they didn't tell me that it was like gonna destroy the car or anything like that. So anyhow, because yeah, they told me that, and I'm like, okay, well, I only have 1,000 kilometers until its next service is due, so I'll just do it when I need to do the service. And for the record, I have not driven 1,000 I have driven maybe 400 kilometers since then. But all the other things being toast, not expected. Um, anyhow, like I don't drive this car anywhere. I drive this car to the movie theater and back. Like, I've only been to the movie theater 6 times this year, so I do not drive that car that much. But anyhow, so oh yes, and Costco. That's right. And as we all know, the Costco parking lot is like Mad Max. The roads here aren't bad. The roads here are not bad. They're not like amazing, but they're not bad. Login for me says you don't drive it on random trips to Best Buy to find 4K Blu-rays. If you were paying attention to either Best Buy or 4K Blu-rays, you would know that Best Buy, or me, because I've talked about this on stream before, you would know that Best Buy no longer carries 4K Blu-rays in either the US or Canada. Galdhar says, just be glad you don't salt the roads. Oh. Oh, honey, no. Do you have any idea how much they salt the roads here? Maple is singing us the song of her people.
Fucking ghosts or some shit.
Yeah. So anyhow, the reason Seattle apparently doesn't salt 95% of their roads to save the fish. No, we use salt heavily. And the reason, although this reason applies in Seattle as well, but the reason that we use so much salt is because it rarely gets below -15. So salt.
To be pedantic, it may not actually be salt specifically, but it is some kind of de-icing.
Well, okay, yeah, it could be some sort of de-icing agent.
Because we also use a brine on the roads.
Oh yeah, we use brine all the time. That's right.
Unless it's raining. But then, when you say salt, you mean
one of the many salts, yeah. But anyhow, so Izandai says what's special about -15, and if you put table salt in water, the saltwater freezing point is -15 Celsius. And so so salt stops working if it gets too cold. Which is why many of the interior provinces don't use salt, they use sand, or like grit, to enhance traction, because it gets too cold and the salt just the salt water just freezes anyhow. But in BC, that's not a problem because it so rarely gets cold enough to refreeze salt water that it just turns all of our roads to slush, which isn't strictly better, but it is what it is. Hi, puppy. Sorry, Maple has decided to come do her shenanigans in here for some reason. Where are you? Where did you go? Oh, there she is. And she's wondering where the boxes went because I had... No, Maple. Maple, come here. I have a cookie. You played yourself. Yeah, hi. I stocked the dish. Will you go to your place? Where's your place? Good girl. Good puppy. You want to just hang out? Just stay there and hang out. We can talk to chat here. Yeah. So anyhow, that's all of the content that I had planned for the start of the stream this evening. But what do y'all have in mind? What do you want to talk about? You'll be thrilled, I'm sure, to know that in the great ripping escapade, I have reached Halo Season 1. That's what I'm working on right now. Halo Season 1. So worth it. My favorite show. That's right. Um, Galdar asks, so what's the new car going to be? So I have been thinking about this. I have been thinking about it. Let me switch back to close cam because Maple is no longer in the room. I have considered this, and the car that I want, Nissan Leaf. No, I need a car that's big enough that I can fold down the back seats and fit a dog crate in it. And the car that I am eyeing at present is the Hyundai Ioniq 5. Here, let's go on a journey together. What do you say? We're going to go window capture. We're going to turn the window capture on. We're going to go here. There we go. And then we're going to pull it behind me. If I can find where the chroma cam, there it is. Haha, there, it's behind me. So we're looking at the Ioniq 5. It is fully electric. I am not in Ontario. I am in BC. And yeah, let's build in price. Wait, hold on. All right, so we got the Ioniq 5. I want the preferred long range AWD, preferably. We're gonna add the ultimate package. What does the ultimate package include, chat? We've got LED projection headlights, power folding side mirrors. Yes, ha ha ha. Ultimate package, we're 12. Silver bumpers and body cladding, rain sensing front windshield wipers, integrated memory system with relaxation function for the driver's seat, 8-way power with 2-way lumbar support. Dope. Ventilated front seats, heated rear seats, sliding center console, rear door sunshades, power windows with auto down and up, auto dimming inside rear view mirror with home link, a cargo cover, ambient lighting in 64 colors, 8-speaker Bose premium audio, an AR heads-up display, wireless device charging. That's exciting. A vision panoramic fixed glass sunroof, which is actually that's a feature I really like. I really like a sunroof. Vehicle to load interior outlet, proximity hands-free smart tailgate, forward collision avoidance assist, the blind view monitor, highway driving assist, which I will never use. All the fun stuff. There we go. My preferred color is they've got a white matte now. That's new. That's new for 2025. I didn't know about that. I was all about the matte gray, but matte white. Hmm. Now I have a choice to make. Um, what about interior color? We want the darker color. Yeah. There you go. Anyhow, it's outrageously expensive because cars are outrageously expensive. which is which is a problem because it's outrageously expensive. I know that's all a bunch of boring colors. That is my biggest complaint. If I could get it in like matte red, I mean, for all intents and purposes, you could just take it to a wrap, like to get it a wrap, right? You don't have to, you can buy whatever color and go get it wrapped in whatever color you want. Like get it in like Gundam unicorn colors or whatever, but do the RX 78 to matte burgundy like my couch. There you go. But anyhow, the that's what I would like. But naturally, at that price point, it's out of reach right now. And so, I mean, this is a problem you could solve naturally. Oh, no, you stinker. It occurs to me that I didn't change the stream name tonight. I didn't change. I didn't actually put on a new stream title. We're gonna pull a desert bus here and do some math. We got 43 viewers in chat right now. I'm gonna need each of you. There we go. A mere $1,800 each. If each of you donates $1,800 Canadian, like, come on, that's like pennies in American. $1,800 each. I can afford to replace my rust bucket of a car. Dior says, Matt, I am also Canadian. That's still $1,800 for me. Anyhow, the plan of record is still to just drive my poor rust bucket until it no longer runs. Surely at some point there will be a time when it is no longer fixable. What if I replaced my car with a cheaper car? That's the problem. I can't. Mostly because American automakers are terrible. But my car, brand new in 2010, was $23,000. Brand new off the lot. I have a 2-door, 140 horsepower gas sipping coupe. The big 5 automakers no longer make cars. The smallest vehicle you can get from like Ford, GMC, or the other 3 that I can't remember, but the big 5 American automakers is an SUV. And if I'm gonna buy a car, so if I'm gonna buy a car, like a car for life, basically, I'm gonna buy electric. I have no desire to buy a an ICE car ever again. Um, and I don't want a huge tank. I just want a crossover, like a hatchback crossover that I can fit a dog crate in. That's the whole thing. That's all I want. A little bit of storage space, something a little bigger than a two-door coupe. And unfortunately, between inflation and the way cars are made now, we are talking about like the cheapest option for what I want is like 60K. Myrea says, I have a stupid question. What's an ICE car? Internal combustion engine. But this is why I'm trying to hold on as long as possible before buying another car. And like I don't know. I'm still this is where I'm a troglodyte. But I keep saying troglodyte when I mean the other thing. Um those Dutch who threw their clogs in the cotton gin. Um the Luddites, that's what I was trying to think of. Thank you. I know I'm going to set off a another argument because the last time somebody mentions or the last time somebody mentioned the Luddites on the Discord, it turned into a fight. Um, but but this is where I am a Luddite in that I don't trust used electric cars. I just like I have a very hard time trusting a used battery, right? Like if I'm buying an electric car, I'm not buying it for the resale value. Like I know it's going to drop by half the moment I drive it off the lot. But like I don't know. I don't feel good cuz and the real problem here. Let's go to Auto Trader. Let's continue our journey. Here we go. We're going to autotrader.ca. I don't want any make. I would like to search. Where's the search? I know what I want. I want a Hyundai Ioniq 5. That is not my postal code for those of you who think I'm doxing myself. No. Maybe that'll work. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay. All right, let's look for used. There we go. A 2023 is still, with 25,000 kilometers on it, is still $50,000. A 2022 with 100K on it, 110K on it, is $32,000. Like it doesn't feel good, chat. I mean, the upshot here is that it does imply that the resale value doesn't like fall completely off. We are looking for price, low to high. Lowest, what's the cheapest Ioniq 5 I can buy? The cheapest Ioniq 5 I can buy is, in fact, that $32,000 one. Everything else is 50 to 60 grand. So... Maricat says, so the thing that kills electric cars for me is you can't plug them in at an apartment. Yes, you can. Depends on the apartment building. Um, I know our building does have uh, an electric plug-in.
We have friends that have a car that is electric that don't have charging
That's
at
true,
their
and they
house.
just charge when they're out and about or
Yeah.
at work or whatever because there's charging infrastructure all over the city. Um, and so you go to the mall, you get preferred parking because you can go to the plug-in electric parking, and you just plug in and you charge while you're shopping. Go to the grocery store, you get the plug-in electric parking. Um, there are like supercharger stations around that you can use if you have an adapter. Um, and then in our apartment building, we have dedicated charging infrastructure in the building. Um, I wonder, Meg, this is a question you might know as someone who's on council. Um, I know that the building put up to a vote having infrastructure built for every two, like a charger for every two stalls. No? I thought
No.
they did once and it got voted down.
No. We agreed. There was a special vote of whatever the fancy the words. There was a vote at the AGM about getting the scoping work done
Uh,
for it. But our old apartment building was quoted like $750,000 or whatever.
just for that because they're going through that right now. The building
Yeah.
we used to live in is doing the scoping work to have infrastructure installed in every stall. Um, because the question I was going to ask was, what if an individual in the building wanted to front the cost themselves to have a charger put into their stall? Obviously, that would have to go through a strata vote, but
Um, I don't know.
like if we wanted to just say we'll pay 10 grand and have a charge, I mean it's not probably that much, but for a single charging device. But if we wanted, would like, is there anything that would prevent us
That
from
sounds like a great
asking
question to ask
a member of the strata?
a member of the Strata Council.
I don't know. This is a question I have.
I don't know.
Yeah, but anyhow, like it's fine here. Like there's tons of charging infrastructure in Vancouver.
It's at like the parks and everything.
Yeah,
Right?
the parks have EV. The park nearby has plug-in chargers. Whistler Mountain. If you drive up to Whistler and have
There's a freaking map online of like
oh,
where there's
of
chargers.
where there's chargers. All
You
right.
can just Google that shit. Um,
It's why like every third
specifically,
car in Vancouver is a Tesla. And why I can't leave the house without having my eyes assaulted by a Cybertruck. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to shock you, Maple. Um, but yeah, Cybertrucks super ugly. They're just dumpsters on wheels. You would have thought Vancouver drivers would need actual four-wheel. I'm pretty sure Teslas are all four-wheel. This is the wrong scene. Um, no. Oh, on both counts, no. All right. Anyhow, yes, you don't need four-wheel drive to drive around Vancouver. Definitely not. Only the dual motor variants are. Oh, I haven't looked. I don't pay any attention to Tesla, except when they come into my field of view against my wishes. Um, but but I've never looked into buying a Tesla, and I have no intention of doing that. Is Vancouver not permanently covered in a fine layer of sleet, rain, and mist? No, in fact, it's quite nice out today. It was like warm and sunny. Shaddock says paying 10 grand to install a charger would be nuts. Yes, I'm aware of that. Um, I was just pulling a number out of my butt. Um, I am given to understand that like a level 2 charger is somewhere in the ballpark of like $1,500. But then we would need to also have like the arrangements made to have it installed in our parking garage, and they would have to bring an electrician in to wire the charger and things like that because we don't have direct outlet access in our parking space. So like there would be work involved in doing it. I'm just curious as to whether it's even feasible. Is it something that the strata would consider allowing? Yeah? Right. Well, I knew it would have to go to a vote. Well, I know they didn't want to let that one person put up a fence on their own dime, um, which is less involved. Yeah. Meg, I don't know if you heard that, but Meg says there's also a bunch of rules around EV stuff specifically so that Stratas can't cock block you. I knew exactly what you meant, yes. I just thought it was funny. No, it's very evocative. For what it's worth, our strata is not terrible, and in fact, the council is great. It's not the council voting; it's the membership of the building, like the residents of the building voting on these things, who are specifically not members of strata. But initiatives still have to go for common property initiatives like this. Still have to go to a vote of the whole building residency. Um, but our as we have discussed in the past, the residents of our building are very conservative about the building, um, and they have a tendency not to want to spend money on things. I don't need to finish that sentence. I think that basically wraps it up. They don't want to spend money on things, and so even they don't want other people to spend money on things. The fence in question was a fence being paid for by the owner of the unit in question that did not touch the building. It had absolutely no effect on the building whatsoever. It did not touch any aspect of the building. It was not attached to the building. It was a freestanding fence entirely located on their lot, and that got voted down. So as I say, they're very conservative about the building. So if unless there are special rules, um, like that protect EV charging infrastructure, I would expect them to say no. You cannot install an EV plug in your parking space. Um, but Zandai says, why does everyone else get a say? Because it's a condo. We all live in the same building, and we all own the property collectively. It's not like an HOA, or I mean, it is like an HOA, but it's not an HOA. Like, it's not like you own a plot of land that's yours, and they own a plot of land that's theirs, and they are trying to exert ownership and control over what you do with the land that you own. Common property is stuff that we all own as a group. And And so because the parking garage is land that like property that we all own as a body, everybody gets to vote on it.
A strata is basically a condo board.
Yes, a strata. Well, we were saying comparing it to an HOA.
Different.
Yes, and it is different. That was what I was saying. Is an HOA dictates what you can do with the little piece of land that you actually own and exert control over, versus a condo where we all collectively own the common property. We all have a vested stake in the building, for instance.
Yes.
Um, and so we.
But they do still tell us what we can do with certain aspects of our property.
But typically, only the certain aspects of the property that have the potential to affect other units. And
so, like, there are rules
other
about what we
common
can hang in the window.
Yes.
And what we can put on our balcony.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how much noise a barking dog can make.
Anyhow. And what color our blinds can be. That does sound a bit like an HOA. I agree. But it's not quite the same. All right. So what else have we got this evening to discuss, if anything? I finished The Defenders on Sunday night. So that's exciting. I'm now on to the first season of The Punisher. How was it? It was better than I remembered, actually. Iron Fist and The Defenders were both better than I remembered them being, which is actually interesting. Like, they weren't amazing. They're not as good as like the first season of Jessica Jones, but they're not bad. Like, they're actually not bad shows. They were totally cromulent. Talk about my painting. I can't really talk about my painting very much because I haven't done much of it. But I did do a thing with liquid mask, which is keying out here. I should take a picture of it and actually post it in the Discord because it's like, I'm fairly pleased with how it looks. You're right. I do have NASACAM. But this is just a little gob of extra latex. Like, this, this isn't anything. It's just a little piece of like extra. I was using the Mr. Masking Saul. Are the shows better than I remember because the average Marvel content has gotten worse, so they look better than they did as a result? Not really. They're fine. There's nothing terribly wrong with them. They're not perfect. The like Iron Fist is mostly boring. But it's fine. I just remember everybody being like super down on them as like the Defenders being like super forgettable, which it probably is. And Iron Fist just being terrible, and like, it's not terrible. But yeah, like, most of them are fine. I agree with that take. Most of them are fine. Yeah. Okay. Have we got anything else to discuss, or am I moving on? Ah, itchy chin. Well, I mean, it's up to me, but I'm giving you the opportunity to prod me with your questions or give me things to talk about, as the case may be. Gamer shelf, how's it go? What gamer shelf? Oh, oh, I see what you mean. There has been no progress, as evidenced by the fact that I'm still on a green screen. No progress. Uh, it still looks exactly the same as it did before. Why does it still look the same as it did before? Because I haven't felt compelled to spend a bunch of money making it not look exactly like it did before. I did come up with an idea of how I might do it, but I haven't. I haven't made any changes. Did I know that N scale rail miniatures are in scale with Gunpla? N scale. I don't think N scale is in. I remember looking this up. Um, N scale trains are 1 to 160. Okay, so N scale trains are very close to being in scale with high grade Gunpla, but they're not perfectly in scale. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's close enough to 1/144. But recall, I build exclusively master grade. So I need 1/100 scale. So what is the closest to? I think it's HO scale. Although HO scale goes the opposite direction, I think. Um, HO scale makes the Gundams look smaller than they actually are, whereas the the N scale makes high grades look bigger than they actually are. Um, yeah, it's 1 to 1 or 1 to 87 for HO. TT TT scale might eyeball okay. So I did look into this. Um, and the reason I looked into this is because when I was building the Gundam for Desert Bus last year, I was thinking about getting a coach bus in the same scale as the Gundam and then repainting it to look like the coach bus from Desert Bus and including it with the Desert Bus Gundam. But I chickened out. I couldn't find one that I liked the look of and that was the right scale, and I chickened out of doing it. TT3 is 1 to 102. Oh, well, that's very close. Ultimately, I think what I need to ask is what is closest to 1 to 60. S scale. S scale. So the question is, can I get an S scale coach bus? Show me. That's HO scale, right? See, I need to go on the look, um, because yeah, I'm gonna want an S scale, uh, I can get 1 to 60 scale die cast buses. All right, that's great. Because I think I've mentioned that my plan is for what, the 20th or the 25th anniversary of Gundam, or not Gundam, of Desert Bus, to try and redo. This is my long term plan: is to redo the Desert Bus Gundam in perfect grade, and that would be, I mean, that would be a year long project, but that would also be well worth investing in getting a scale bus to go with it. Um, that would be fun. Sorry, my headphones are dying. There it is. Okay. Um, do 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 do. Anyway, chat just went super quiet. Everybody stopped talking while I was replacing the battery in my headset. You know I can't hear you, right? You can continue talking to me even when my headset is off. All right. I think with that, we're moving on. I think it's time to play a video game. I feel like it's time to play a video game. You probably feel like it's time to play a video game. So let's get our traditions out of the way. Also, I don't know where my controller went. I don't know where my controller went, he said. How did I manage to not see it? That's what I want to know. How did I manage to not see it? It's literally dead center on the desk in front of me. Oh, man. No, it wasn't even behind the mic. Good grief. Uh, Here, Chathu, it is my phone cable. This is not my phone. This is my phone cable. This here is my phone. So everybody, please brace your ear holes. Also, hello to Sir Bouncy. Hi, Sir Bouncy. Oh, in other news, this is exciting for me personally, and probably not for anyone else. Today, I went down to the bike locker. I got some wet wipes. I wiped down my bike. I cleaned the chain. I re-lubricated the chain. I pumped the tires, and I took my bike out for a ride. It was not a long ride. It was like a 15-minute ride. Just checking the mechanics, making sure the batteries on my sensors work. I replaced a battery on my speed sensor. But it is bike season again. Also, since there's no this is where I should get Lady Mix on the hook. Since there is no beer fest this year, I have nothing standing between me and doing Grand Fondo again. Because they're I mean, I guess we talked about this previously, but they're always on the same weekend, and there's no beer fest this year, so I can do Grand Fondo. So, Lady Mix, you should also do Grand Fondo. It's the marathon all over again. So Grand Fondo, Gran Fondo, not Grand Fondo. It's Gran Fondo. Gran Fondo is just a general term for an event that is the marathon of cycling. So like a marathon, you go out, you run for 26 kilometers. 26, no, 42 kilometers. Sorry, 42.2 kilometers is a marathon. Um, the cycling version of that is you go out and you cycle for like 120. So there are a couple of formal Grand Fondo events in North America of various levels, like various levels of organization. Um, so the Grand Fondo Vancouver or Grand Fondo Whistler is a ride um, from downtown Vancouver to downtown Whistler, BC. It actually there are several levels of distance, but the main distance is 122 kilometers from downtown Vancouver to downtown Whistler. And then they have a couple of like level up versions of it. There's like a 180-kilometer version of it and so on. And yes, that is uphill. It's not uphill the whole way. The first half, so it's quite undulating because you start in downtown Vancouver, you go over the Lionsgate Bridge. There's an enormous hill up to the highway, like an enormous and very steep hill up to the highway. And then once you're on the highway is basically a downhill coast from Cypress Mountain to Squamish. There's a little bit of rolling, but most of that route from the top, why can't I think of the name? Tyler Way. Tyler? I don't know if that's right. But anyhow, you to Squamish is basically downhill. You coast downhill. And then from Squamish, as Jim Cat notes, this is along the Sea to Sky Highway. And from Vancouver to Squamish, that's the ski part, or the sea part. And then from Squamish to Whistler, that's the sky part. And yeah, it is a long, long, long climb. I'm going to see if I can find an elevation map. Oh, yeah, here we go. I did it. Look at me go. Now we can use the window capture again. This is obviously not to scale, but this is the elevation map for Grand Fondo Whistler. And now I'm going to Google, is it Tyler Way? It's going to bother me if I don't get the Taylor Way. It's Taylor Way. That's what it is. Sorry. So this, you can see this here. So this little bump, this is the Lionsgate Bridge. This is Taylor Way. And then, as you can see, once you get to the top there, you just do rolling hills. and then it's basically downhill to sea level, and then you get to Squamish, and then it is a long, undulating climb up to Whistler. Um, Now, I do want you to remember this. This is incredibly condensed. This is this makes it look way worse than it is. These elevation changes are over the course of 122 kilometers. Um, it's uphill, but it's not steep. In fact, we can math it out if you want, because the elevation of Whistler Village is 670 meters above sea level. And you start at 50 meters above sea level. And in fact, we could probably just say Squamish is basically sea level. You're at sea level. So from kilometer 70 to kilometer 122. So for over the course of 50 kilometers, you're climbing 600 meters, 700 meters, which is like a 1 to 50. It's not obviously there are steep hills, but the total climb is not outrageous. We go what? I said 50 kilometers divide by point, so 0.7 divide by 50, and you're looking at a 2% grade, 1.5% grade. My recollection, because I've done it before, I did it in 2019. My recollection is that it's not that bad. There are a couple of hills that are a little rough, but you're riding in a big peloton for the most part. It's not um, you've got people covering the wind for you, and you can latch onto a group and take advantage of the wind break or the draft. Um, and it's a really gorgeous ride. It's a really pretty ride. Um, but anyhow, yeah, it's that's I'm thinking of doing that. I don't know. It took me what, about 4.5 hours, 5 hours. Uh, and you don't do it untrained. You obviously you have to train for it. When I trained for it the first time, um, I did at least one century ride of 160 kilometers. It is called a century ride because it's 100 miles. But I did at least one century ride in prep, and I did the Triple Crown in Vancouver, which is you climb the three mountains in North Vancouver on your bike in a single ride. And both of those were harder. Both of those were a lot harder. The Triple Crown was a lot harder. So there's that. Oh, hello, Andrew. We're just getting started. I haven't started yet. Um, I plugged in my phone, but I haven't actually revealed the beverage yet. Um, Finding enough road to train on in Victoria would suck. You just go north. You just ride the Malahat. You go up over the Malahat, and you go back up over the Malahat and come home. Um, oh, Andrew, thank you for giving me a small portion of Jeff Bezos's immense wealth. Um, Cats is so fun. The Malahat, such a great ride. I'd love to do a whole lot. There you go. You got it. Thank you, Andrew. Also, thank you to Pete Johnston, who has subscribed for 47 months, and to Andrew, who apparently has subscribed for 7 months. So thank you, Andrew. Okay, I have to tell a joke. I have to reveal the beverage, and then we can play a video game. So let me find a terrible joke to tell you. Hmm. Why did the cook, or the chef, tell jokes to his soup? Because he wanted to make it a laughing stock. And finally, Garcon, can I have a drum roll, please? This evening we have the Coffee Wafer Blonde from Small Gods Brewing. It is described by the copy on the can as a biscuity blonde ale combines with locally sourced fair trade coffee from our neighbors at Level Ground, rounded out with a touch of lactose sugar to give a silky smooth body and a little sweetness, making this beer the perfect pairing with brunch or an afternoon snack, which is why I am drinking it at 8 p.m. Note, it contains lactose. Okay, the fire trucks have passed. It's pretty good. This beer is pretty good. It's not my favorite. It would make a really excellent brunch beer. I agree with the copy. It would make a really excellent brunch beer.
I'll be the judge of that.
Yeah, I mean, it tastes like a cold brewed beer.
That would be really good after skiing.
Oh, that would be really good after skiing. You're right.
Yeah. I had to sit beside her on the couch, but she's finally settled.
Hooray! Oh, that is in fact a pretty good joke. I'm gonna give that one to you. How do you cancel your appointment with a sperm bank? You call and you say you can't come. Foxmar, thank you for the raid. Welcome. You've joined us just in time because we are about to start playing our video game. Let's go. What the hell? Right. I should probably update the software tonight. So let's do that. Update. Oh, I hit cancel. That's why. Dark UI patterns. Azure Heights, if you wanted me to read your joke out, you should have made a joke as entertaining as is and I. Actually, I did like your joke too. I just forgot that you posted it, which is I was told someone was going to dump dish soap on my head, and I couldn't figure out who. But then it dawned on me. I guess we're playing Link's Awakening again. Why did it switch their positions? I don't understand. Okay. This time for real, real. And no, I don't think it's a cartridge. Well, oh, I don't think it is. All right. When last we played, we had arrived at the Sky Labyrinth. It's a labyrinth in the sky, shockingly. To you who set foot in my labyrinth of the sky, I offer a test of wisdom. 4 terminals are hidden in this maze. Activate them all. Sky Labyrinth in the World of Tomorrow. Fun fact about that reference, Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow is indeed releasing on 4K Blu-ray later this year. I am now checking my pre-orders to find out when specifically so that I can complete this aside. May 27th. At the end of this month, Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow on 4K Blu-ray. What do I currently have pre-ordered? Sky Captain, Mickey 17, the Andromeda Strain. Let me tell you how hype I am to get a copy of the Andromeda Strain on 4K. The James Bond Sean Connery 6-film collection, Swordfish, Sinners, the complete first season of Fallout, Lethal Weapon. Anyhow, Sky Captain. Wee! Okay. So, we need to figure out how to get to the places I need to get to. So how we get to there, currently unclear. Is that the original 70s Andromeda Strain? Yes, it is. I guess it makes sense that the way into there is probably from behind. Right? Title of my sex tape. Let's go this way. Okay, we're going this way, and then this way, and then this way, and then this way. Oh, not that way. And then this way. And then this way. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, no. I hecked up. Oh, I super hecked up. All right, we have made it to the first doohickey. How do we get from here to the second doohickey? Relatively straightforwardly, it looks like. One of the few things... So, talking about Michael Crichton books, one of the few things I remember about Disclosure in particular is that I read it at much too young an age. How young? Maybe 13 years old. I don't know, 15 at like the oldest. Much too young. That was formative. Yeah, that's not far. Oh, right, this is a low gravity zone. Oh, hey, look. Like, yes. So the reason that I read it so young is because, of course, I was 2, reading all the Michael Crichton novels around that time, and we were on vacation. I remember we were on vacation. We went to a used bookstore, and I went and looked at all the Michael Crichton books, because that's what I was reading at the time, and I found that one, and I didn't know anything about it, and I was like, hey, look, it's a Michael Crichton book. Can I get this one? And I guess, I don't know, I guess my mom didn't know anything about it either, and was like, oh, yeah, sure. Anyhow, I remember reading it in the back seat of my parents' car on the highway and having a moment. I also read The Great Train Robbery. Okay. So, how do I get in there? It looks like it's got to be something to do with this. Or this. Anyway, yeah, I've also read Jurassic Park, The Lost World, Sphere. I read, as I said, I read The Great Train Robbery. I read Timeline. I think I... Oh, I think I read Congo. I think I tried to read Rising Sun, but I don't know if I made it through that one. I definitely read 13th Warrior. Oh. Hello, Erica. Hello, Raiders. How are you this evening? If you're just joining us, we're trying to figure out how to get into here. Oh, that's how. Okay. I can work with that. Lau, thank you for the resub now for 39 months. Whee! And it might be worth just a cheeky look to see if there are any obvious chests I missed, because undoubtedly there are. Like that one. No! I was expecting the reduced gravity to still be in effect. Cyanide, thank you for the resub. Now for 62 months. Okay, let's try that again, this time without putting my knees through my eye sockets. Hi, puppy. How you doing? Ooh, a mighty Zonite sword. Okay, hold up, hold up. If you're just joining us, look who came to visit. Over here. Good. Come, sit. Good girl. There she is. Here, maybe don't hide behind me. Your adoring public awaits. What a good girl. What a good girl she is. I know. Meg's gonna get all upset with me. There we go. Is says, I have no idea how many deaths each stream has had. I bet you we both know somebody who does. I suspect that perhaps our stream lore keeper knows how many deaths there have been per stream. It's possible that Dam has not been tracking it, and I am not suggesting that Dam do track it if they are not already, but I imagine if anybody is tracking it, that's probably who is. Whee! Okay, let's advance. I know I didn't take the sword because I had better swords in my inventory. I made a choice as a gamer. You who have traversed this maze, mark well my words. I have pulled apart the bars in the labyrinth of the land that obstructed your path below ground. From high above to far below, prove your courage by diving into the depths of the earth. The final way shall open to you. I will do my best not to miss the hole this time. Also title of my sex tape. All right, away we go. Not now, shooting star. Ooh. I got too greedy. All right, I probably deserved that. I just about ate a brick there, though. There we go. Yeah. It was a better landing. Ugh. My nose does itch. Oh, that didn't do that much damage at all. Come at me, Broseph! Oh, balls. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Come at me, Construct. Show me a face, please. Curses. Oh, balls! Oh, God! Oh, there it is. Okay. Come get some. I appear to have broken the game somewhat. Oh my God! Is Andai, that's why the enemy has to come to me. There we go. Sandai says, it took you down to 1 heart, and now you have 3 hearts missing. You will die to another hit. The trick, Sandai, is to just not get hit. That was the trick before I got hit, too. Well, yeah. Okay, let us do the thing. You who have traversed this labyrinth of the depths. This trial was a test of your talents. In overcoming it, you have shown yourself to be strong of body, skill, and mind. In my name as the ruler of owls, I commend your achievement and offer a fitting reward. Armor wreathed in the otherworldly evil hidden away since days of old. Take it now. Pants or hat. This will either be pants or hat. I'm confident that it will be one of the two. Pants! Okay, well, that's that. Time for Labyrinth the Third. I don't know why Azandai is posting an ellipsis. It looks like Azandai has concerns, and I'm not sure why. I didn't want to go to the shrine. Oh, but I totally did miss a light route, didn't I? Boy, that sure looks like a Talus down there, doesn't it? Okay, we have almost arrived. Nearly there. Oh, I'm melting. I should stop melting. Well, this is what I get for wearing my winter clothes in the hottest area of the game. But also, we have a minor problem. Because I have nothing to deal with the heat. I have nothing to deal with the heat. Oh, the lobster shirt! Hell yeah! Wait, hold on. There's probably a stone at the entrance. There we go. Hop. Read the book. Research log, day 1. According to Tauro, the characters carved into the stone slab read as follows. The dragon ring slumbers in the labyrinth's depths. Wake it, and ye shall receive due compensation. Note that Taro's gone off to examine the other ruins. I have no choice but to tough out the rest of this research alone. I'll leave a trail of acorns and nuts behind me so I don't get lost. It's engraved with ancient Zonai text. You can't make out what it says. Oddly, there's only one nut for every 20 minutes or so of travel. Research log, day 2. I've searched each passage one by one and haven't found anything, but I've got a good feeling about this last one. Okay, this is definitely not the way. Definitely not the way. You have a question. How bad do I consider the Gundam Requiem show if I can get past the way it looks? It's not very good. Like, it's far from the worst Gundam, but it's not very good. To like review it honestly, I think the show basically blows its load in the first episode. I don't know how else to phrase that. The coolest moment in the show is at the end of the first episode, and then you've still got multiple episodes to go. Research log, day 3. No matter how far I go or which way I turn, everything looks the same. It's all covered in energy-sapping gloom. I've somehow managed to swallow my overwhelming desire to run home and will attempt to spend the night here. I just hope I have enough acorns to mark the way to the end. Uh-oh, I appear to have lost the trail of acorns. Boy, there really is a lot of gloom in here. Okay, day 4. I can't believe I'm writing this, but I'm standing in front of ancient Zonai ruins. What a tremendous discovery. This makes the terror and uncertainty of getting here completely worth it. It's just a shame for me that I have no idea what these ruins are, but I'll head back and report to people who might. Shrine! And it's a freebie shrine. Do you have a bow? No. Visitor to this shrine of light, that which imprisons and purifies the ancient evil. You have done well to reach this place. We offer this light that will cleanse you of evil. There's a chest with a bow in the southeast quadrant of this maze. Oh. In the southeast quadrant of the sky maze. Okay. May the light of blessing grant you the strength you seek. Are there any Gundams that are set in medieval fantasy? There's Escaflowne. For you who conquered this labyrinth of the land, I, the ruler of boars, have unlocked the something. Find it on the north side of the labyrinth of the sky. The Lord of the Boars? Jeez. He's fun at parties, yeah. I was trying to think of a joke like that, but you got it. It's there. Let's all go to the stable. Let's all go to the stable. Let's all go to the stable and cook ourselves some snacks. It occurs to me that I probably actually need to go, like, ingredient hunting soon. What? I swear to God, one day I will remember how to navigate this menu. But not today! what should we combine? Some tomatoes. A Hyrule herb. Oh! Bo- Bonus heart meals are always full heals. Oh. Whoops. Okay. We had a suggestion to try wheat and milk and butter with some meat. That gave me a meat stew. What if we tried wheat and butter and a wild berry and some sugar? Oh, it did make it made what I expected it to make. It just made a tiny one. Egg probably makes that a cake instead. So we go butter and an egg and wheat. And oil. Let's try that. A hot buttered apple. How did I get an apple out of a wild? Oh, I put an apple in it. Whoops. Cake needs wheat, milk, and egg. I mean, that makes sense. And sugar. Hold, hold, hold. A plain crepe. Okay, I have made some food. Great, that looks awesome. Let us figure out how to get into the sky. There should be an island with some flying devices southeastish of the tower. Good to know. Apparently, I didn't get everything out of this dispenser the first time round. Dispenser, dispense me some. That didn't scan at all. I am gonna disagree with Zafty. Reco G is not hot nonsense. It's a good show, actually. It just requires your full attention. And maybe a second watch, yeah. Okay, have I got everything from this one now? No, there's still something in here I haven't got. Yeah, we're going for the rare drop here. Ah, it was a steak. Okay. All right, and I am headed due south. Okay, but if you watch the movies, that's not the show. It's not the same. You're watching a condensed version of a show that's already, like, super thick. There's 5 movies. Yeah, and there's like 50 episodes. Most of what was cut was children yelling about ideas in their cockpits. It's 26 episodes? Okay, well, still. Turns out those children yelling about ideas contain all of the sinew of the story. The connective tissue, as it were. Oh, God. Well, that's unfortunate. Yes, I assumed that the island that I moused over briefly that's a little closer was the one that you were referring to. I was making that connection when I moused over it. Hello again, puppy. Think carefully about your next action, because if you're going to paw at the door, that's going to get you in trouble. But if you just come here and lie in your place, you might get a treat. Oh, we are capable of making good choices. Hello again. Are you so good? Are you such a good girl? She is very good. What is this Zandai saying, oh my god, to now? Oh, you don't even have enough free storage to trim your clips. Amazing. Here, will you go to your place? Maple, place. Treat. What a mercenary! Also, I'm currently freezing to death, so... I like that I have both cold resistance and heat resistance right now. I can neither be cold nor hot. Maple. Okay, we gotta make it. We gotta make it. Let's go. Let's go. Gotta get there. Ooh, fairies. Hey, fairy, come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right. Yoink! Have you considered flying closer to the ground, please? There we go. All right, let's launch a flying machine, shall we? Okay, let's go. And now we just pray that my engines hold. Some poor Hylian down below just got, like, a plane fell out of the sky and landed on their head, and they've never seen a plane before in their life. But you know, if it works, what's one Hylian in the grand scheme of things? Some of you may die, but that is the sacrifice I am willing to make. Oh, I don't even remember getting the Mystic Robe. Oh, yes, I do. Okay. What am I looking for? That. And that. And the good hat. Oh, nope, not that hat, because I'm freezing to death. So, we'll wear this for now. The entire point of the charges is to eat them to refill the batteries? No, it is to feed them into gacha machines. I can't consume them like consumables. I might need them later. Do you have a bow? Ask and ye shall receive. Oh, what the hell? Whoa, I can't climb it? That is a troll-ass shrine. Whee! Whoops. Visitor to the Shrine of Light, that which imprisons and something cleanses the evil. You've done well to reach this place. We offer you this light that will cleanse you of evil. I would like to be cleansed of evil. That sounds nice. So one of the reasons I'm padding out my playthrough of this so long is that I have to make it until June when the Switch 2 comes out, because I have to play at least some of this stream on the Switch 2 to justify my purchase of a Switch 2. So we're not allowed to finish this game until after the 5th of June. To you who set foot in my labyrinth of the sky, I offer a test of wisdom. 4 terminals are hidden in this maze. Activate them all. Okay, so we All right, one down. Whee! Whoops. 2 down. Okay, this way. Trailer park links go around the outside, round the outside, round the outside. Whee! Oh, whoops. I done goofed, apparently. Remember when Izandai told us there was a bow in the southeast quadrant of this maze? I don't... Hey, look! I'm in the southeast quadrant of this maze! Oh, man, I gotta go all the way back there. Damn it. Whee! How do I get in there? Oh, I didn't have to go all the way around the outside. There was a secret hidden entrance. There we go. 4! Ooh, a treat. What manner of treat are you? A big battery? Alright, cool. You who have traversed this maze, mark well my words. I have pulled apart the bars in the labyrinth of the land that obstructed your path below ground. From high above to far below, prove your courage by diving into the depths of the earth. The final way shall open to you. Jump! We did it! Oh. Flat. Alright, come get some, loser. Oh no. Run away! Uh-oh. I'm about to get mashed. No! Oh dear. Run away! Ah! Oh! Beauty! Amazing. You who have traversed this labyrinth of the depths. This trial was a test of your talents. In overcoming it, you have shown yourself to be strong of body, skill, and mind. In my name as the ruler of boars, I commend your achievement and offer a fitting reward. Armor wreathed in otherworldly evil, hidden away since days of old. Take it now. Why do I want the evil armor? This doesn't sound like a reward. The armor is also cursed, but it comes with your free choice of topping. The armor is cursed, but it also jacks you off. That is a different game franchise? Man, in this outfit, Link looks ripped. You who have conquered the shrines and claimed their lights of blessing. In exchange for 4 lights of blessing, I will amplify your being. So tell me what it is that you desire. A heart container. I shall grant you the power you seek. Well, we're not up to 2 lines of hearts yet. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Go and bring peace to the world. Hello, Slouchy Stone. You who stand before me, offer up bows so that I may return them to the afterlife. If you offer 100 bows to me, I will tell you the location of one of my brethren. Tell me! I acknowledge your offering. I will tell you of the location of one of my brethren in the depths of the land. Go to the location indicated on your map. Seek out wandering spirits for my brethren in the depths of this land. Let's all go to a construct. Let's all go to a construct. Let's all go to a construct to update my battery. For the record, yes, I definitely know whose armor this is. I cannot upgrade my battery. So why was I told to go to the battery upgrade place? Zandai, you told me to go to the battery upgrade place. Chaos Treader says, can you say it so that chat knows that you know? This is Ganondorf's armor from Ocarina of Time. And it's got a creepy mask. False, this is Phantom Ganondorf's armor? Okay. Boom. This is a crystal refinery. I can take your crystallized charges and use them to produce energy wells. Get producing! To produce 6 energy wells, I will require 600 crystallized charges. Is that acceptable? Get producing! Wow, that's a lot more battery. Please wait. This was indeed a really good idea. I have refined your crystallized charges into 6 energy wells. Dope on a rope. I would enjoy further visits from you. Oh god. Uh, uh. All right. Pura suggested investigating the major phenomena in various regions as a next step in the search for Princess Zelda. Find Princess Zelda. So many quests. Wells. Do I want to know the materials for the best flying machine, or am I good just vibing? Sure. What are the materials for the best flying machine? Control stick found. Control stick and fan amounts redacted. Okay, so it's a control stick on like 4 fans and nothing else? Or 6 fans? Also, genuinely hilarious. Yeah, I do want to know now. 2 fans. You who stand before me, make an offering. Offer pose to me, spirits that ought to return to the afterlife. They are pitiful beings who have lost their way home and wander this land. I am one who returns all pose to the afterlife without prejudice. Good, evil, that's the futile perspective of narrow-minded beings. There is no such distinction in wandering spirits. I take it you have encountered my brethren. Stay a moment. My brethren and I have combined our power to create the Tunic of the Depths. If you desire it, you must make a suitable offering. The Tunic of the Depths! Ooh, Dark Tunic. Gloom resistance. That's actually dope. I have returned the lost spirits to the afterlife. Seek my brethren in this land. If you do so, you may receive further blessings. Oh, I already have the dark tunic. I've had the dark tunic this whole time. Oh my god. What the hell? That ain't it. Balls. Is this it? Like, have I done it? No, okay. You're posting a video in the Discord. All right, this I gotta see. Oh, I see. Okay. Interesting. Fascinating. They're not quite aligned, I don't think, but interesting. Neat. I'm off center with the front one. Oh, you're right. I am off center with the front one. There we go. I should probably set her down. Whoops. Set as favorite. There we go. Ah! That was just a large number of frogs. Set her down for a moment, pick up the pose. Oh, Lord. Link, level out. Well, I do see those large poes. There must be a light route here somewhere. Oh, God. Okay, where did my little airship go? Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, there still obviously has to be a light route around here somewhere. This thing is not super stable. Oh, there we go. That's way better. Way better. Oh, sure, it uses more juice, but at the, like, with the ability to control it that much better, worth the extra juice. Whoops. Ow! Oh, what the hell is that? Is it possible to beat Final Fantasy V if your party is always under Berserk? Maybe. I don't know. Oh, now is a bad time to run out of battery. There we go. We have located a light root. The light root dispelled the darkness and brightened the surrounding area. It sure did. Cool beans. Okay, my little airship fell down this way somewhere, I think. I've fully lost track of it at this point. Gone forever. But since we're nearing... Oh, wait, hold on. I definitely want to save that to the auto build. All right, and now, as the last act, as a part of this stream tonight, I'm going to do something I said I would never do. Welcome, my friends, to Kakariko Village. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you to everybody who subscribes, everybody who follows, everybody who cheers, everybody who chats, and everybody who hangs out and lurks. It's a genuine thrilled stream for you, and I hope you have as much fun watching as I do playing. I'll be back, same Mad time, same Mad channel, here on twitch.tv/weekends on Thursday. So I do hope you'll tune in then. In the meantime, as always, you can follow me on Blue Sky and YouTube and TikTok. And, yeah, I also have a Ko-fi that you can subscribe to. And if you're subscribed either here or on Ko-fi, then you can join the Discord by making sure the Discord, which I should link to, you can join the Discord by making sure your Twitch account and Discord account or Ko-fi account and Discord account are linked in Discord's backend, where my server will appear to you as if by magic among your linked servers. So please join the Discord. And remember, tomorrow night we have more TNG, so make sure to tune in for TNG. And yeah, that I think about sums it up. So let's find somebody to raid, and then we'll call it a night. Everybody hop aboard this raid train. I will see you back here on Tuesday or on Thursday. Until then, so long, have a good night, and goodbye.